right, folks. Welcome back to our 5th match of the day. This is day 4 of qualifiers for the WPA Players Championship. I'm joined in the booth by Carl Boyce. How are you?
I'm good, Benji. Back in the box. And Jeffrey De Luna. He has played in all 4 qualifiers. This is his 4th. In day 1, he lost in the final. In day 2, he lost in the final. In day 3, he lost in the final.
What happened in day 3, Carl?
So, it has to be said, he's playing all right,
yeah,
but he's just not getting over the line. And I commentated on one of the final matches. He was 4-2 up, and he blew the match. He should have actually, you know, he had quite a lot of opportunities to close the match out and qualify. So now he knows he's on last chance.
I can't remember who got him on day 1 and 2. I know yesterday was the last match of the day on our feature table. Mitch Ellerman was able to surpass him. Good break shot there from Chris McDaniel. Controlled the cue ball well. It got kicked. He's made 2 balls on the break, and he can see the 2 ball. He may be forced to play a 2-6 combination here. Safety is always an option as well.
Don't know too much about Chris McDaniel in the sense of his game. I speak to him a lot, but never had the opportunity to watch him play, so intrigued to see what he's about.
See how he addresses this opening shot here. Chris is actually from Parker, Colorado. And he's got a Fargo rate of 704. Look at this shot. Makes the combination beautifully and lines himself up for another combination on the 2-9. Combo or carom offer.
Yeah, it was a good opener. And now he's got to play another one. It's always nice if you can win the first rack without your opponent getting to the table.
Make an early statement.
He's playing the carom. I think I'd have elected for the 2 onto the 9, but each to their own. He's got a bit of insurance where the 3 is, but
Get to see our first look at Jeff De Luna today.
in an exhibition, you would jack up, spear the 2 ball in the corner.
Draw down into that 5-3.
Yes. Could he even chop the 2 ball in the side? Yeah, maybe you can do that. You can chop it in the side, go off the top. Oh, so close, wasn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, he was close to the 7 ball and then close to the middle, and it was a good effort. Now he's faced with a funky little shot.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a weird position here. Sorry about that background noise, folks. Try to eliminate that as much as possible.
Needs this 3 ball to slow down, because he might have left the pot here. It's very thin, obviously full length of the table. Just concentrate on the pot, because the 4 ball's down here anyway, so you don't have to worry about positional play. Never easy. Good shot though.
Excellent shot. Useful nudge on the 9 there too. It just clicked. I remember I played Chris McDaniel a few years back. And I don't like to admit it, but got beat. Can't remember what event that was, but Chris is an excellent player. Real nice guy, too. He's in good position here to take rack number 1. You see him point where he wants the cue ball. Draw it out in his head and then attempt to execute it. He overran where he pointed by about 2 feet, but he still has plenty of options here.
These are must-win racks when you get opportunities against the top boys. You've got to take these opportunities. He's a bit undecided here, isn't he? Draw or play it with follow. As you can see, he's queuing down. Nice shot, to be fair, that. Don't think he wanted to be too close, did he?
Close. He turned out pretty well there.
Yeah, he got through the cue ball nicely there.
Here's a good look at the new Hyperion 9 ball. The Cyclop logo on one side and a big 9 on the other. So Chris McDaniel takes rack number 1 away from Jeff DeLuna.
There you can see, just to the left of Jeffrey DeLuna, there's a few of them top boys watching. Kevin Cheng, Taiwanese, former US Open 9-ball champion. Yang Xing Shun was there. Chang Yulong was also there. So Jeffrey, he must be thinking all sorts. Day 1, 2 and 3, he's lost in the hot seat match. Probably feels like he should be in the last 64 stage 2 event, which starts tomorrow at 12. And now he's got 1 chance left.
At the start of these qualifier events, you certainly would have picked him to be one of the top 16 from the course of these 4 qualifier events. Like you touched on at the beginning of our match, he has unfortunately lost in the final match of all 3 days so far.
Tried the bank, didn't he? But didn't look on, to be honest.
To be honest, Carl, I think he was trying to play the safe.
Oh, really?
I think he was just trying to stop the cue behind the 4 and let the 1 go wherever it ended up. You may be right, though. He might have been going for that bank.
No, I think camera angle deceived me a bit. I think you're right. I think you were playing the stop shot safe.
Meanwhile, the 1 is fully exposed and...
Can he pot this?
It appears so.
No, he's played a clever shot though. He's had to swerve it, hasn't he, into the correct point of the 1 ball, and he knew cue ball would roll down towards them 3 in a line.
Well, he's really got Chris in a nasty spot here. He can't go to either left or right rail for a 1 railer. He's going to have to go up and down.
I've spotted a shot here, Benji. You see the piece of chalk on the top rail?
Up by the Andy logo, yes.
Yeah, the diamond to the right of the chalk.
Center diamond.
Yes. Play it roughly around this area with left spin, in between the green 6 near the middle and the blue 7. Off the side rail, yeah, into the 1. He spotted it, you know. 1 ball off the 8, make the 9 in the corner. It's a hanger.
It's a hanger, huh?
Yeah, he's just looked at it.
I see the shot. That's.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he went for his jump cue.
Well, is he jumping off that angle instead? But I don't know if you can get enough speed off the 2 rails.
Looks like he may be going for a 1 rail jump kick. Jump the 2 and just kick the back of the 1. Or is he going to try to go 2 rails out of there? Ooh. Well, you called it. He tried to go for that same shot.
Yeah, he was in a
Different route, but same attempt. And he's giving ball in hand to Jeff the Luna with a somewhat tempting 1-9 combination. You
yeah,
can play with safe behind the 8 at the same time.
Yeah, and I think where the 6 ball is, it's in that horrible little spot on a pool table. So
Excellent 2-way opportunity here. Even if he misses, he can freeze that cue ball to the back of the 8.
yeah,
Well
it was a kind of must hit, wasn't it, for Chris?
Yes, it was. So just like that, we're tied up at 1 apiece. Folks, this event is coming to you live from Griff's Billiards here in Las Vegas. We were playing on diamond 9-foot tables with Andy 988 green cloth. This event is produced by CSI and brought to you by the WPA, the World Pool Billiard Association. Also sponsored by Predator Cues and Master Chalk, the Rio Hotel and Casino, and Cyclop pool balls. Got this new set of Cyclop Hyperion pool balls. I've heard some good things about from some of these top players.
So it's 1-1. It's a must-win match for both players. See what Chris can do on the break. Makes the win ball, so he knows what's going on. And look at these.
Wow. You really gotta like that layout. I think the trickiest shot is this one right here, the 1 to the 3. It's pocketed 2 balls. See if he elects to try to check this up with a little bit of inside. Kind of kill it and spin toward the 3. It's a tougher shot than it looks, folks.
Yeah, he's just overdone that.
A little bit tougher than it appeared. If he was playing it with no English.
Jeffrey, sorry to butt in, but there's a bit of a dispute going on here. I'm not so sure if Jeffrey feels like he's hit something. I feel like Jeffrey's spotted Chris. Yeah, he's hit something. I think he's hit a ball, hasn't he, with his backhand.
Oh, did he?
He must have. We couldn't see because he's stretched over the table, but straight away Jeffrey stood up and said, "Oh, you've moved the ball." I think Chris knows he's moved the ball, but maybe he doesn't know it's all ball fouls. I don't.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be a dispute on whether or not he actually made contact with another ball. I think the discussion was about the ruling. So DeLuna will be pleased to take ball in hand. Try to make quick work of what's left of this rack. Watch out. Dug into that one a little more than he wanted to. He'll be all right though. Just run this ball forward. If he feels like he's going to scratch in the upper left, he could always play it with a little bit of low and avoid that.
If we're being ultra critical of Jeffrey's game.
Wow. Look at that stroke, my gosh.
Yeah, he got that bending, didn't he?
He did.
If we're being ultra critical for what we've seen, I think Jeffrey has a tendency to maybe not run as many racks out as he should when he's in the balls, you know, when they look all there.
Looks like Jeff hits the gym once in a while. And just like that, on a mistake by Mr. Chris McDaniel. Jeff DeLuna takes a 2-1 lead and will be breaking off in rack number 4. We'll get to see another good look at Jeff's break.
Jeffrey DeLuna doesn't hold back on the break.
Folks, our next match in 45 minutes, 5 p.m. Pacific time, will be against local player Ian Costello and one of my favorite players, Mr. Jeremy Jones. That will be our next feature match. Gosh, both feet off the ground. Lost the cue ball a little bit. Pockets 2 balls, and he can see the 2 ball to start. So let's see how Mr. DeLuna attacks this rack.
Very effective break in the sense of, you know, the more balls go down on the pocket, the less traffic that is on the table. Sacrifices cue ball control, though, you feel, doesn't it? It's them that hard. Again, this camera angle probably doesn't tell a full story on how thin it is.
He's overcut that ball. Now he's left a wide open opportunity for Chris to run a few balls and tie the scoreline back up.
Anywhere in the middle of the table with the cue ball's perfect off this shot. Obviously, the closer you can get to the 3, the less chance you've got of missing it. So he has left distance. So there's an outside chance this can be missed. Pretty good, isn't it?
Pretty good shot there. 3 ball wiped its feet a little bit on the way down, but he's in a good position here on the 4 to travel up fairly naturally for position on the 6 in the upper left.
Looks like a positive striker of the cue ball, does Chris? Whereabouts, is he from Vegas, Chris, or?
He's from Colorado.
Colorado.
Parker, Colorado, if I'm not mistaken.
Again, you'd like to be a lot closer to your work whenever you've got distance like this. Whenever the cue ball's got to travel more around the table, it's making your job a lot harder of getting better position. So,
yes, I think we're going to see at least 3 rails of travel with this cue ball. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if that 8 ball was played in the left side pocket.
I think he's going to try and grip it and just play off 1. No, he's gone 2.
Bit of withdraw. Wow.
Wow.
I like the result.
Yeah,
it's not a shot I'm extremely confident shooting, but he handled it very well.
Yeah, he judged that well. That's like, it's a tricky shot, isn't it, when it's so close to the,
it is,
the rail.
Actually saw, ironically enough, you and Albin playing Scotch doubles together against Mike Deshane and Skylar Woodward. Albin hit that same shot. And you were in the background kind of rolling your eyes a little bit like, hey, I wouldn't have done that, but good result, mate.
Really? I don't remember that one. You got a good memory.
I could even tell you that USA had a 2-0 lead and you guys came back and won 5 straight.
Well, that's fairly obvious.
Hey, 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 hey.
So it's a good start from Chris. Impressed with him so far. He definitely knows his way around a 9-foot diamond billiard table. And the more pressure he can keep applying over to Jeffrey, the better, because Jeffrey has to be thinking about these past 3 days, doesn't he?
Yeah, they've got to be wearing on him. Just had a discussion with the referee about what's happening right now, what you're seeing on the stream in regards to kind of finessing the front of the rack, as you see him doing with his finger right now on the 1 ball. That is legal. However, if the opponent suspects something funny is going on, he's welcome to call the referee over to have the referee check the rack. The opponent himself is not welcome to check the rack. So if they suspect some funny business, Mr. Lehman will be called over, but so far it appears as though everybody's...
Is the 2 ball going to fall in? No. So these look fairly inviting, don't they? Dry break, wing ball nowhere near going in the pocket. Just wondering if he can follow this 1 ball in and come down for the 2 in the same pocket. This is 1 going. I'm not so sure really. It's hard to see if you would hit one of them other balls. Because he's taking so long, you would think that.
Well, the first time he got down, he lined up with draw. The second time he got down, he lined up with top.
That's why he did take his time, because that natural path was always going to hit one of them balls. And you're never quite that confident if you can't. If you stood behind the shot and you're not 100% where that where the white ball's going, your mind starts playing tricks with you. So
Luna over there putting his jump stick together.
It's a good job there's no shot clock. Hard to see how close the 2 ball is to the middle. It's not over at the middle, but I don't think it's an acute angle, so this is very makeable.
I noticed something yesterday when DeLuna was playing Mitch. Looks like the shaft on his jump stick is blue.
It's blue, shot. And he's potted the blue, so it's helped him. Blue on blue.
Very nice shot there from Jeff.
Yeah, and could never 100% guarantee where the cue ball was going to end up, and it took a useful nudge, and it's landed pretty plumb. So from the blue shaft to the black carbon fibre shaft.
It's pretty fun how the game and the equipment are both evolving. 10 years ago, if you were playing with a carbon fiber shaft, you were laughed at. Same thing with a glove. Technology has advanced. Science has advanced. Research and development teams have advanced. Here we are today with advanced equipment. Good shot from Jeff to play this position for 7 in the side. He made sure to get on the right side of the 7 ball so he can just drift naturally without any effort for position on the 8. Probably would have liked a little bit of angle. Shouldn't be anything Jeff can't handle though. Kind of smart there. He drew into that side point a little bit. Takes a 3-2 lead over Chris McDaniel. Jeff's also going to be breaking here in rack number 6. Like we said earlier, this is day 4 of 4 days of qualifiers for the WPA Players Championship. Stage 2 starts tomorrow. There's $50,000 added to that. 64 of the best players from around the world duking it out. Over $50,000 added to the payout prize fund. DeLuna has come up 1 match short for the last 3 days. Can he grind it out and get through day 4?
Imagine if he lost in the final again today. That'd be pretty sporty.
That would be horrible. See that awesome 9-foot diamond table and that beautiful green 988 Andy billiard cloth. Now we're going to get to see another good look at one of the most powerful breakers on the planet. Crushed the rack, bobbled the wing ball. It didn't go. Nothing fell. Nothing down, so, and nothing on offer aggressively for the 1 ball. Looks like Chris has an edge of it. What he does with it, I'm not sure. He might be able to thin the edge of the 1, take the cue ball into the 3, and pocket the 2 in your lower left corner. Should he opt to be really aggressive, that's one route I suppose he could take. I think he might actually have been looking at that. Bingo.
It's a nice shot. And I think he's just all right, you know.
I think he just got perfect there, Carl.
Even if he can't exactly see the potting angle, a bit of left-hand spin would turn the 1 ball over towards that pocket. Good shot.
Play this 3 ball on the side. He could just stop it there or draw it back within a foot or so. Give himself a nice angle on the 4 to travel naturally for position on the 5. We're always looking 2, 3, 4 shots ahead.
He's played a good set so far though, so he's not really shown us anything where he's going to collapse in this finish.
No, he hasn't really made too many mistakes, has he?
No, he's played well. You've got to keep it up, and it is an important rack, this one, to tie it up 3-3.
Would have liked to get the cue ball a little further up, I think, or out. Got a little bit of a stretch here. And he's going to likely go up and down with the cue ball, which could bring the 9 and or 8 ball into play. I think he'll be fine avoiding those 2, but I don't think he wanted to leave himself quite this much angle. I suppose if he's really feeling confident, he could play this with a little bit of right-hand kill. Just kind of stun it over. Kind of like that.
Another nice shot he's played there. absolutely perfect, because this becomes such an easy sort of natural shot now. You're not forcing the ball in to get the cue ball out. You can just play this at a nice natural pace. So he's answering the questions Jeffrey's asking at the moment, it has to be said.
There's a really good look at that new Hyperion 9 ball. We're tied up at 3 apiece. 6 games played. We got an even split. It's a race to 2 from here. Chris McDaniel will be breaking in rack number 7. I'd like to say thank you to a few of our sponsors: Master Billiard Chalk, Predator Cues, Cyclop Pool Balls, Diamond Billiard Products, Andy 988 Cloth, Rio Hotel and Casino, How Tips, of course CueSports International and the WPA. And our host location right here in beautiful Las Vegas, Griff's Billiards. Looking around the room, and all the seating is quickly filling up. And if you can only imagine, it's only going to get better over the next 4 days of this event.
Yeah, for me, the event really kicks off tomorrow. This is all qualifying matches. The big boys arrive tomorrow. 64-man field, single elimination, race to 7s. Must win by 2. And then if it gets to 9-9, it will be a 1-rack sudden death. Kind of like that format. Draw will be done tonight. I'm sure we'll see it all over social media. You can go to www.ctsondemand.com and check out who your favourite players have got and whatnot. Now, he's got to be careful. Yeah, he's having a look. 2 balls. Just has to break the line. Doesn't have to. All the ball doesn't have to go over the line. This is the 3-point break rule we're playing. So he's made a ball. 1 ball come in and out of the kitchen, and the blue 2 has just broken that headstring line. So he made 3 points. But he is hooked. Fairly difficult push shot as well. He's looking at the top right area of the table because he knows the 1 ball won't pocket in this bottom left because the red 3's there. And the combo, there's no hanger. Pushing there. He's looking to push. He's pushing over there, thinking he can't put the 1 ball in the corner and get on the 2. But can he chop this 1 ball in the side and avoid these balls? I don't know. It's not a bad push shot.
I kind of like that push shot.
Yeah, as you can see from there, if you did pop that 1 ball, you're not on the 2, so there's no value in that shot.
Cutting it in the side is an extremely tough cut, and then you've got traffic to navigate with the 6 and 9 down there. So what looks like a wide open opportunity is not exactly so.
Yeah, he's just pushing 1 ball on side and using all these balls as a huge target area. And he's played it to perfection. Chris was in a bit of a tricky spot there off the push out. Sometimes you're forced into just pushing out, knowing that you're leaving a safety, but you're kind of hoping they botch it up. How do you get this safe? Yeah, I think kicking 2 rails here is a good option. Top rail, side rail, just above middle of the pocket. Makes this 1 ball a big target. Could possibly end up potting the 1 ball in this bottom right on pocket. Key to just hit the 1 ball here though. Goes without saying, doesn't it, Benji?
Yes, sir. Wow, he did exactly that.
Yeah.
But now, what?
It's nice when you call them in.
Yeah, it is. That was a good call. I'll give you that.
The only danger with that is obviously he knew he weren't going to be on the 2, but obviously you've just got to make a good hit, don't you? There, that's all you can do.
I think he probably realized the percentage of pocketing that ball was fairly low. The percentage of hitting that ball was fairly high.
Yeah.
So he was kind of just hoping, just counting on the hit and hoping for a decent result. Maybe a safety behind those wall of balls down there.
Now, is the pool gods on your side? Made a good hit. Not left something straightforward at first glance. Can he play? You know, there's a possible bank on. Not sure if he can hit thin off the 2 ball to make one of these balls over the corner. Can he play 2 onto the 3? That looks fairly thin. He's got 3 or 4 options here, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does. A 2-3 combination is going to send the cue ball traveling quite a bit. I think he might be able to thin the underside of the 2. Possibly pocket the 3, but then what?
He's eyeing up the bank, isn't he? Well, that's what he's doing now. He's using that diamond there and just trying to pick a point on this side rail. I don't know if he can play a bank as a 2-way shot as well. I don't know. It might be all-out bank shot here.
You don't think he could use the 7 for coverage?
It depends how thin. Well, yeah, if he can kill it enough, he will. He couldn't. That's why he's gone up table. He's made the bank, though.
He went all out for it, and he made it.
Now, at the 8 ball's done him here, hasn't he? I don't know if he was...
He may be forced to go rail first.
Yeah, he's going to...
The 6 ball could help him here, though.
Yeah.
Especially with that rail first shot. He could miss it a little bit fat and still pocket it off the 6.
Pocketing the 3 is easy. It's getting on the 5.
Oh, gosh.
This was the problem.
I didn't see that double kiss coming into play.
That was the problem. It was getting on the 5, wasn't it? Now is he looking at the pot? He is. Now he's going to have to spin this round, isn't he? Of 1, 2, 3, 4 rails. This is a big shot, this.
I think this is the type of shot Jeff loves.
Yeah, that was, you can see.
He loves those exhibition style shots.
He fluked it, didn't he? He got a real good cue ball, though. He was playing the 4 rails. Back down there. Missed the 5 by a long way. We would chalk that one down as a bit of pool luck, I think, because it could have finished anywhere. And he nearly fluked it in the side. So Chris has been a bit unfortunate where he's...
back for his jump cue.
Yeah.
He's about got a half ball hook on that 7.
Can be slightly frustrating as a player when you've seen your opponent miss the ball by half a foot and left you dead hooked.
Yep.
It's never the easiest thing to process in your brain. Sometimes you feel like launching your jump cue across the room. Hopefully hitting the Luna, cleaning the forehead.
Ouch. Easy.
We're just having a bit of fun here in Las Vegas. Can he make this jump shot, though? Weren't a million miles off. Where's the 5 ball finished? Of
Perfect
course, it's gone over
for
the
the Luna.
You could see he held his left hand up there as if to say, there you go, Jeffrey. And it even landed perfect side to get on this 6. Now, if he's dead straight, and he can't pinch any of the pocket, he can cheat a bit of the pocket though. Yeah, he's got out there. Quite an easy shot on a dry table, isn't it? Where there's no slide. On a brand new cloth, that is a different shot altogether.
Yeah, the table's grabbing good now. Not much slide in the cloth now that we've had about a week of play on it. 4 or 5 days anyhow.
So it's still going the same way. The scoreline, we're following a similar pattern, but it has to be said, he did get a little bit fortunate in this rack.
All right, Jeff DeLuna puts himself on the hill first. Chris McDaniel's going to need 2 from here. Advantage at this point, Jeff DeLuna. He's got the break and he's on the hill. Let's see if he can pocket a ball and control the cue ball. I don't believe we've seen a break and run yet this set. Jeff doing what he does, taking his time, making sure he gets a nice tight rack. You hit him as hard as he does. He doesn't want to risk anything flying off the table.
Just feel like a break and run here for Jeffrey would be a bit unkind towards Chris. I think he's played a good set.
It would be unkind towards Chris, but how unkind has this tournament as a whole been towards Jeff DeLuna?
Well, you say that, but he had a real good chance. He had ball in hand a couple of times from 4-2 up in one match, and
that's true. That's very true.
I can't comment on the other 2 matches, of course, but he's had his chances, it has to be said. Took a bit of pace off it there, didn't he?
Yes,
Trying
he
to
did.
get a good cue ball, and he's been rewarded. Changed the break up. It was a good idea.
He took quite a bit off of that. Neither foot left the ground on that break. And usually they both do.
But we've seen it a few times in these qualifiers. He's had chances and he's not got over the line, so we can't show too much confidence at the minute. But it's not a bad split, is it? Looking at the table.
Yeah, DeLuna's in a good position here.
He spins his cue round when he's queuing up, doesn't he? It's like, must just be a little habit he's got. Spins it until he's ready, and then.
Noticed that earlier in the tournament. There's another player in Arizona I noticed does that a lot too. I'm originally from Arizona, but kind of a unique pre-shot routine, if you will.
So key shots coming up now. All about making sure you're on the right line of your next shot, just to make everything easy for yourself. He didn't play this. He played for the 6 in the top right pocket. There's no doubt about it. He has hit that really bad. Look, he's having a smile to himself. He knows.
You see the little smirk on his face.
Yeah. Just played a little kill shot, didn't he? Yeah, look there. He's even showing you. He's even showing you where he wanted the ball. And now he's got to play a funky shot here.
He's got to be thinking, why does this keep happening?
Can he slightly jack up, fire it in the centre, and go off top rail near where that piece of chalk is, offside, and just back out into your middle?
He can. I think putting that little touch of inside on it makes it a little more difficult of a pot. It looks like he's just
he's
running forward.
He's playing safe.
He fooled us.
It's not a bad option, you know. I like it.
And he hit it very well.
Yeah, it's clever.
Wow. That takes discipline right there.
Yeah, it's real clever, that.
Especially a player as aggressive as him.
Yeah. It's a clever shot. Very clever. And other than you would think a crazy fluke, how do you get this safe as well? I think you've just got to. Maybe.
He's got his jump cue.
Yeah, I think
Maybe he can bank it to the lower left.
yeah, it's a brutal shot, this.
It really isn't a safety attempt. You may as well go for pocketing it.
I mean, he could do with a bit of luck. He's not had the best of form. Cue ball's running towards this corner, needs a jaw, and he's got it. So Chris's turn to get a roll, but I think that's a bit of justice, to be fair, if we're going to even things up.
Jeff looking at kicking this 6-ball.
He's done well getting that safe, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think Jeffrey's trying to make this 6 in the top right. Again, very good shot. Gets a good cue ball down here. Leaves distance. So he played it that way. Tough pot this, isn't it, Benji?
Yeah.
Pot your 6, cue ball off the side. Thin 8 ball. Knock your 9 in. 4-4. Shake hands.
Shake hands.
Yeah,
Wish each other
4-4.
good luck.
Yeah, good luck. That's not an American thing to do, that, is it? Or is it?
Players will say good luck, but they don't mean it.
Right. They don't mean it.
You don't want your opponent to have good luck, do you?
You just say bad luck then.
You just say, you know, hit them good or play well.
Yeah, that's funny. Brilliant pot. Brilliant positional shot as well. I'll tell you what, he's really played a good set here. It has to be said. He can definitely play this game. First time I've watched him. Nice guy, spoke to him a lot. Very impressive. But he's got to make a tough 8 ball here. Cue ball naturally coming down for the 9 in the same pocket. And he's put it wide.
Overcut
Such a shame. He needs his cue ball to finish on the rail.
What would he have done had he made that ball? Let's assume he pocketed that 8 ball. What do you do with the 9 from here?
Well, I think cue ball would have finished a little bit higher up the rail for a start because he missed it thin.
That's true.
But good news is it's on the rail, so all Jeffrey can do is pot the 8 and leave a long 9, can't he?
He could go for a cross bank.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like a 2-way. He plays it with the right. Yeah, he did. He plays it with the right speed. He leaves nothing.
I can see. Yeah, I think just pot your 8 ball, no?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean, though?
I know what you're saying.
It's near the pocket.
I think
it's a
he
big
may have
pocket because of where it is, and then just back yourself to knock the 9 in.
I just wonder if he feared, you know, if he did miss it, pocketing the 8, he hangs it up right in the jaws and sells out the rack for sure.
I think the likes of Jason Shaw, Joshua Filler, Chang, Shane, they play the pot there, I mean. I'm convinced they do. So he's trying to kick back rail and he's kicked it good. This is exactly the shot he's played. He's played a real nice shot there.
We're being treated to a nice little battle here at the end.
Yeah, this is edge of the seat stuff. And this is just the qualifiers. Is he trying to split these and use the 9 as a... He is. He's trying to put 8 on the right hand side of the table. And he's left a bank shot. And it's a good opportunity for a bank shot. Cue ball, you would think he could stop it dead for an easy 9. So this is just make your bank. And this is the problem. Jeffrey's played safe. He's not gone for it. If he goes for the 8 and makes it, he's got a shot at the 9 for the match. I'd back Jeffrey to Luna to pot that 8. Oh, he's missed the bank. He's hit it top rail. We've seen Tyler Steyer before have a similar situation and missed a bank like that. Now.
Decision time. I don't think it's the right shot, but I'm guessing he's thought about the carom.
Yeah, that camera angle tells you it's a lot thinner than the overhead camera. On the overhead, it looked fairly easy to pot the 8. This angle shows you it's thinner. Not the tallest of fellas, so you can see he's struggling with his footwork.
He's struggling with his footwork, and I think he's also struggling with how exactly he wants to play this. And he's having bridge problems with the rail.
I don't know if is he going to chase the 9? Can he?
I think he should take a lap around the table and kind of reset himself. He is looking at that carom.
Could do with Vang playing this shot. She's a monster at this type of shot.
Oh, that's right. Shun Vang Bui.
If he's going to chase the 9, no, he's playing it with right-hand spin, I think. Yeah, that was a good way to play it. Nice shot. Now, this would be a similar shot to play if it had potted the 8 before. Cue ball had gone over that kind of area.
That's right.
But the 9 ball wasn't there. I think it's been nudged down there. Can't remember. This 9 ball for the win. And he's made it. Jeffrey De Luna advances to the next round.
Jeff De Luna takes down Chris McDaniel by a score of 5-3. In 11 minutes, next up on our feature table, we're going to have local player Ian Costello versus legend Jeremy Jones. I'm joined in the booth with Carl Boyce. My name is Ben Sutherland. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back in 10 minutes.